Welcome back, everybody! My name is BluJay, and we are back at the Reverb Outpost. In today's episode, we are going to do a little bit of work in here, and I'm not exactly sure how much we're going to get done. I've already dug quite a bit of this out in between episodes, but as you can see, there's a little gap over to the left, and we're going to run over here right now and start digging this out a little bit more. So I want to talk about plans for this episode in particular while we're digging some of this out, and I want to talk about plans for this base. Firstly, the episode plans. We're going to do as much of this as we can. We're going to dig this out. We're going to lay down some snow on the walls, and I'm not sure how much more we're going to get done beyond that, to be quite honest with you, because I'm pretty short on time for this episode. I've got some family coming in over the weekend, and so I've got to finish this up before they get here, because we're going to be spending a lot of time together and going away for a couple of days just to have some fun as a family. So I'm not going to be able to record as much as I usually do over the weekend. So we're going to do as much as we can, but I think we're going to do a little bit of exploring a little bit later on in the episode after I feel like we've gotten a decent amount of work done on this project, but we're definitely not going to finish this project in today's episode. So we're going to finish it probably in the next episode if I had to guess. Now let's talk about plans overall for the base in general. We want to do a lot of like auto stuff. So auto farms, auto smelters, auto cookers, auto sorting storage systems, all of the auto stuff. We're going to do that all over time. It's not going to all happen at once. We want to spread that kind of stuff out because it would get a little bit repetitive and tedious and all of that. So we're going to do a bunch of those kinds of things, redstone automation, fun stuff. And in between all of that, we'll do some creative builds just for aesthetic purposes and for fun, because we want this place to look really cool as well. We don't want it to just be functional. And then the other thing is we want to be able to be flexible with our plans in case you guys have an idea or a build that you want to see that a lot of people are commenting on or liking in the comment section or whatever. I want to be able to be flexible to do stuff that you guys find interesting. So let me know what you guys want to see in this base in the future, and we'll try to make some of those cool ideas happen as often as we can. Alright guys, it's been a little bit of time, and we've done quite a bit of work. Let's go back in here and take a look at what we've done, and there it is. That is the entire room dug out. It's not as tall as it's actually going to be when it's finished. I got to dig up a little bit more into that mountain, but then I forgot I needed to take these out as well. I made a mistake when I was calculating that this is actually where the snow blocks are going to go for the walls, and so I need to push the sides back one block, and I need to push the back wall back one block. Wow, that is a tongue twister. So as we are doing this, one other thing about the base in general that I want to talk to you guys about, if you've been keeping up with my Unity SMP episodes, a lot of you guys watch that as well as this series. If you've been keeping up, in the last episode of Unity, I mentioned a few things about Patreon, just one of them being that there are some awesome rewards that you guys can check out, and one of those being a Patreon exclusive realm for Patreon supporters. And I've actually got 3 people right now who are at the tier that are going to be joining that realm. So we are well on our way to getting a realm started. That's going to be launching here pretty soon, if it's not already launched by the time this episode comes out. And if you're interested in joining that, be sure to go to my Patreon page to check out what that's all about. But the other thing is, the people who support me on Patreon automatically get their names entered into this world via some sort of monument or special build that I'm going to build and put their names on it, and I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be just yet, so if you guys have suggestions for something cool, like sci-fi related, that could fit inside our base, it is going to go inside our main base, I do know that. I just don't know where, and I don't know what exactly it's going to be at this point. So if you'd like to have your name in the world forever and ever and ever, as long as this world exists, if you want to have your name put into the world on the special Patreon monument, be sure to go check that out. It's available to everybody at every tier, from $1 all the way to the top level tiers. So I'm going to be building that relatively soon, probably within the next few episodes. It's on my top priority of things to do, because we've gone 9 episodes now into this season, and I've promised these patrons that they're going to have their name in this world, and they deserve it because they've supported in a pretty special way. So give me some ideas on what you guys would like to see for that special build, and if you'd like to be a part of that, then go on over and check out the Patreon page. All right, we've made some decent progress, and we've gone and gathered up several stacks of snow blocks, and we're going to start placing these down for the walls. If you don't know what this room is going to be at the main entrance of our base, this is actually going to be somewhat of a hangar bay for some starship kind of things. I don't have any designs for them yet, so if you have any cool designs, be sure to submit those to me over on Twitter. I'd love to see what designs you guys come up with, and maybe one of your designs will get featured in a video. If I see one that I like that fits with the theme we're working with, I'd love to see what you guys could come up with. And I'm going to be working on some designs myself as well for a future episode, probably way down the road. This is going to take us a while to do, and I want to get some of the functionality of the base put into place before we get some of the aesthetic stuff done. But like I said earlier in this video, we're going to do a little bit of both kind of at the same time. Aesthetics and functionality kind of hand in hand for this series. So as I've mentioned several times before, this actual base is based off of, again, with the tongue twisters, it's based off of the Echo base from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. And so this is kind of the feel that we're going for with this hangar bay. We're going to have different hallways that come in and out of it. We're basically just putting a square together right now, and then we're going to add details to it a little bit later. We're going to have a really cool ceiling. This is actually a ceiling that I have designed that is not anything representative of Echo Base from Star Wars. I don't even honestly know what their ceiling looks like. I haven't done a ton of research on it. I've looked at like the main flooring and the spaceships and just different rooms, but I honestly don't remember what the ceiling looks like. But I've got a really cool design that I'm not going to tell you all about just yet because I want to keep some of it a secret, just for fun for later on. But we've got some pretty cool ideas for this base. It's going to be based off of that Star Wars-y kind of sci-fi movie feel. And I hope you guys are enjoying this theme. What do you guys think? Because I haven't honestly got a ton of feedback about the theme in particular. You guys just seem to be enjoying the episodes overall, but what do you think about the theme? I'm looking for feedback because I want to figure out how to make these videos more interesting for you guys, so that you are excited about watching them. I know a lot of you already are, but I want to try to make it even more exciting and unique and fun, so you guys have something enjoyable to watch and something to inspire you in your builds as well. Just a couple more blocks to place down, and we are done with the snow. And, oh, I ran out of a stack of snow. I need to pull another one out and place down the last two blocks. There we go. We are done with snow for the day, I think. I was thinking about doing the floor, but I honestly don't want to do that necessarily today until I can get the roof in place, because if it starts snowing in here, we're going to get snow layers, and I'm going to have to dig all of that out because I want it to be flat, and, you know, it's just going to be a pain to do after the fact. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and work on a little bit of texturing and detailing of this front door here, and we're going to do some stuff similar to what we did on the outside and maybe add a little bit more detailing to it, but I was really pleased with the feedback that I got in the last episode from you guys with the cobblestone texture. When we started this series, some of you guys were like, nope, I don't like it. It does not look like cobblestone. What are you doing? But I asked you guys, be patient with me. Wait until you see it within the context of the build, and then make your decision. And a lot of you guys were like, yes, this looks great. It matches the feel of the base. It fits in with the style that we're going for. And quite honestly, we would never use this texture for something like Unity, because it's a completely different style of build. It's a completely different world, and it just doesn't match the look and feel of that world or that build style. So it's going to stay here in Reverb Outpost. We're never using this texture anywhere else outside of this base area. Well, not necessarily. We may use it some other place in the world, but it's only going to be in this world. It's not ever going to appear in Unity or any other world that we do, unless we're going for another sci-fi theme. But I think this is probably the one that it's going to stay in. And now we've got some cobblestone blocks that we are pillaring up, and we've also got a cobblestone stair that we'll put down right there, and then let's jump down and take a look at that. Looking pretty good. We want this to feel kind of rounded off around the door, and so we're going to take another stair and place it down right underneath that block, just like that. So it's kind of like an archway kind of feel. It's a very, like, sharp turn for an arch, but it's more rounded off than just a, you know, straight 90-degree angle. And I think it looks a little bit better. So let's run back here and keep placing these in. And we will do the same thing on the other side. This is so hard to do when there's a divot in the floor like this. I really need to take care of that. Again, not working on the floor today, but we really need to take care of that because this is kind of frustrating. All right, let's see. There we go. There we go. Only a few more blocks, and then we are... Oh, placed one in the wrong place. And let's take it back out. All right. Let's pillar up here. And the same thing that we did on the other side, we'll take a stair and place it down right there. Put another block here and there. Wow, that is so rhymey. Here, there, stair. I feel like Dr. Seuss. All right, let's run back here and take a look at what we've done, and it should look pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Looks nice. It's got a little bit of a rounded edge to it, but it's still that rectangle feel for the door that we're going for, and I'm pretty happy with that. Something I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think about leaving that as a specific feature for the inside? Should I add that cobblestone arch on the outside as well, or should I just leave that on the inside? I'm kind of leaning towards just leaving it on the inside, but let me know what you think. All right, guys, I am actually really short on time now, and I don't have time to do any more detailing or building in this place today. So for the remainder of this episode, because I don't want to cut it too short, we've got some time left over that we can go exploring. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to grab our comment question of the day, and then we'll read that off, and then we will run into the Nether and do some searching, because we're going to need some glowstone for our build. We're going to need lots of it. So let's get ready, and we'll go do that in just a sec. Today's comment question of the day says, are you planning to make a modded Let's Play? From Ray Charles Arellano. Great question. Actually, before we answer that, let's put our book away here, and I want to answer a question that I asked you guys last episode. This dog right here, her name is going to be Sky, and that was a suggestion from one of my subscribers and followers over on Twitter, Kelbination, so thank you for that suggestion. It's meant to represent Skywalker from Star Wars, and so it fits well within our series theme. And we're going to dye the color green, actually, and I don't have any green dye yet, so we're going to have to wait on that for the moment. So, back to the question for today. Are we going to make a modded Let's Play series? And let me answer that question with oh my goodness. Oh, no. Hold off on that question for just a second. We need to take care of this guy. Wow, stop moving. Stop moving. Ah, we're on fire. Oh no, run. This is bad. Okay, there's lava. There's fire everywhere. I think we're safe now. Oh, there's another ghast. Oh boy. Okay, good. We got him. Oh, we've only got 5 arrows. That's not acceptable. Let's run back in here. Let's go get some arrows. Well, against my better judgment, I'm going to go ahead and come back in here, and wow, that lighting is weird. Apparently, lighting doesn't take effect until the whole area loads? That was weird. That lava was so dark. Anyway, against my better judgment, we're back in the Nether, and we still only have 5 arrows. I didn't have any more in my chests, and I didn't really want to go skeleton hunting, and I really don't have time for that. So we're just going to deal with 5 arrows and hope for the best. Hope we don't run into too many ghasts, but, you know, I don't know. We've already run into 2, and we're just right outside of our portal. So this could be interesting. Anyway, hopefully we're not interrupted again. Back to the comment question of the day. Sorry, Ray Charles. The modded series. Let me answer this question with a question first, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what my opinions on modded series are. So my question for you guys, are there any mods for... I was about to say Pocket Edition. It's not called Pocket Edition anymore. Are there any mods for Bedrock Edition that are actually interesting and worth playing that really affect the behavior and make it a different game than vanilla? Because if it's just an aesthetic change, that's just a texture pack. If it doesn't really affect the behaviors too much and, you know, doesn't really hold much weight as far as a mod goes, then yeah, no, I don't think I would be interested in doing that. But it would have to feel like something completely different. And while it's supposed to feel like something completely different, I want it to feel like Minecraft still, and I want it to feel like something that would be interesting long term. Because if I tried a modded series, I don't know that I would want to do a modded series for a very long time unless it captured my attention and was something that was completely, you know, mind-boggling. So is there anything like that at all? So answer that question for me in the comment section. And if you have mods in particular that you're like, this would make a great series, let me know what they're called, because I would love to check them out. Not that I'm going to do that anytime soon, because Reverb Outpost is going to be like my primary series on my channel, because it's my single player series. It's what I have the most thought and, you know, development into. And oh gosh, oh boy, oh, it's an Enderman on fire. We are in trouble. Oh, and we have lost half our hearts, and there's lava down there. Oh boy, I don't like this. Okay, are we safe? Nope, we're not safe. There he is. Oh my gosh. Okay, how did you get in here? This is not your dimension. You're supposed to live in the end, not the Nether. I don't even remember what I was saying, but I think I was saying leave me suggestions in the comment section for particular mods that you guys think are interesting, that you'd like to see a series on, and I'll check them out. But Reverb Outpost, oh, this is what I was saying. Reverb Outpost is going to be my primary series, and Unity is going to be a second primary series as well. I'm going to put a lot of thought and attention into both of those series, and that takes up the majority of my time right now. I've got a lot going on, and especially during this season of the year, things are really busy for me at work and with family, and I don't have time to add a third series in right now. More than likely, it would be something that I would feature a mod if it's something that's interesting that nobody's ever shown off before. That is something I'd be more inclined to do at this current time, like a one-and-done kind of thing. But if it's interesting enough, maybe I'll make a modded series in the future. But it's not really technically mods just yet. We have add-ons. Oh my gosh, fire. So much fire. We don't technically have mods. We have add-ons, and they affect some behaviors of not mods. They affect behaviors of mobs. And you can change textures, and you can change a few things in the game that I am aware of, but they're still not as extensive as mods for like the Java edition. So it wouldn't be the same level of, you know, modification as it would be for a PC modded series. And I don't have a PC capable of playing Minecraft right now. So we're stuck with Bedrock Edition, which I'm absolutely happy with because I love Bedrock Edition. It's what I've played on since the beginning, and I've really never really played any other version of Minecraft. I've tinkered around a little bit with the Xbox One edition, but now that has gone away. I mean, it still exists, but it's not really the main version for Xbox anymore. The Bedrock Edition is, which is on my phone. So this is Minecraft for me. This is what I'm used to playing, and this is what I'm going to stick with, at least for the time being. I'm not saying I won't ever play any other versions of Minecraft, like Java, but I don't have a computer that's capable of that right now, so that's not even in the cards. So as far as modded series, maybe one for Bedrock, definitely not one for Java, because we don't have capability of doing it. But great question. I'm always looking for new ideas for content that you guys might find interesting. So if there is a mod slash add-on that would drastically change the Bedrock edition of Minecraft that you guys are like, this would be so cool to watch you play through, let me know what that would be, and I will do my best to consider a time and place that I can do that. Let me know. Okay, guys, well, I'm hiding behind this glowstone, and I'm actually going to harvest it, but right above me is a ghast, and he's been shooting some fireballs at me, and I'm a little scared right now, because I don't have any more arrows. I wasted all 5 of my arrows trying to take down another ghast. Again, it was against my better judgment to come in here without an infinity bow and with 5 arrows. That was probably not very smart, because it's possible to take down a ghast with a sword if you're quick and you can, you know, hit the fireballs quick enough. but it's a little difficult. As you can see, there's a lot of fire right here. I'm going to try to put some of this out so that I don't accidentally burn up any of my glowstone. We want to keep this because we're going to need lots and lots. Oh, there he is. Hide. Oh, boy. I don't like this. Quick, let's get this and get out of here. This is nerve-wracking. Oh, this is like one of my first couple of times in the Nether in this series, and I'm pretty decked out with my gear. I've got some fire protection, so if I do get blasted, it's not going to be too challenging to survive that. But I'm still a little nervous because it's been a while since I've spent any kind of significant time in the Nether, and I feel like it's a lot more difficult now. I don't know what happened. I feel like the first couple times that I came in here during this series, it was a lot safer. The ghasts weren't really tracking me. They were just kind of doing their own thing. But now it seems like every time I turn around, they're locking onto me, and we hit a dead end. Rats. All right, anyways, I'm going to do some more exploring, see what we can see, and I'll be back in just a moment. Well, I am not in the Nether anymore. You've got to be kidding me! I lost everything. It's all gone. Well, here's how it happened. I was running around, just like I'm doing now, and I felt pretty safe. I was undercover. There were no gas, there were no Endermen, there were nothing. And all of a sudden, I found myself falling. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? I wasn't recording at the time, otherwise you'd be able to see this. I fell in a 1x1 hole. Okay? So 1 by 1. Easy to miss, especially when everything in the Nether is netherrack, and it all blends in. You can't see anything. I fell down a 1x1 hole, about 20 or 30 blocks, which you're thinking, you know, that's survivable. You could potentially survive that with some decent armor. Well, I fell into a 1x1 hole with a single block of lava at the bottom. And I had already lost a few hearts earlier from taking some damage from a ghast, and I forgot to eat. So none of that was regenerated. And I couldn't react in time. So, lava, one block of lava. One single block of lava in a 1x1 hole, 30 blocks below the surface. All of my stuff completely gone. So now we have to craft up all new materials, and we have to go to the zombie farm and get 40, 50 levels or so to re-enchant everything except for a pickaxe and a shovel that we left behind. I can't believe it. I don't know why I do this. All right, guys, well, I think that's going to be all that we're going to do today because I don't have time to grind out all these levels and get everything back to the way it was in time to go back in the Nether before I've got to go away for the weekend. So I'm going to try to work on this while I'm away, and we'll come back in the future in the next episode, hopefully with new gear, hopefully with a new outlook on life, and we'll go from there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I didn't particularly enjoy how it ended, but we had fun, and that's all that matters, right? And it is just a game. I was a little frustrated for a little bit, but I let myself cool down, and I'm over it. I'm completely over it now. We lost our gear. It's okay. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen. We're going to get some new gear, level it all up, get it all enchanted, and be back on track by the next episode so we can keep working at our base. Now, I do need to take a little bit of a risk and go back into the Nether again once we get geared up because I do need some more glowstone. And I'm pretty sad because I had quite a bit of it on me, and now it is all in lava, completely torched. It's gone. So we're going to have to go track down some more glowstone, thankfully, because this is a single-player series. There's quite a bit of it, and nobody else is taking it. It's all there for my taking a little bit later. So I'm going to try to gear up, I'm going to try to resource up, and we'll do some more building in the next episode. Let me know what you guys liked about this. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future with this base. All the things that we talked about earlier, what would you like to see in this base? Whether it's functional, whether it's aesthetic. Give me some ideas of what you guys would like to see as part of this base, and we'll make those ideas happen as best as we can. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave a like and go check out that Patreon page that I've talked about. I'd really appreciate your consideration for support, and it would mean the world to me if you would choose to do that. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.